Hello everyone, my name is Juan Enriquez and I work in the National Innovation Agency that is one of the entities that follow the Portuguese participation in the framework program. I'm a national contact point and also national delegate for Cluster 5, specifically for the areas of energy and mobility. In this episode, we will introduce 3 different participants for one large company, one SME, and one research institute that represent our leading participant in the framework program. I hope that you enjoy and engage this initiative of the GreenNet project.
I'm Laura Monteiro. I represent A4F Alga Fuel, part of Alga for Future group of companies. We are a biotechnology company located in Lisbon, Portugal. Our main expertise is in microalgae production, and we develop DBOT processes. So that means we design, build, operate and transfer microalgae production units to our clients. We are also very active in R&D, and we have laboratory and pilot scale facilities for such, always aiming for the improvement of microalgae production. We were founded in 2008 and we have about 40 people, highly skilled people, mostly holding a master or a PhD degree. We are also developing biorefinery processes for the extraction of valuable ingredients from microalgae biomass. And our main role in European funded projects, particularly under Cluster 5, is the consumption of CO2 by the microalgae and the production of biomass that can be used specifically for biofuels. A4F started participating in European funded projects in 2011. We started in the 7th framework program. We participated in 6 projects under the FP7. And later on in H 2020, we participated in 5 projects, and we are currently participating in 9 projects under Horizon Europe. We also carry out a lot of research under Portuguese funded projects and some other funding programs like the European Innovation Council. So we have just started 2 new projects, FlexBio and Alga Fuel, both funded by European Commission under Horizon Europe and approved in last year's call for Cluster 5, actually. FlexBio is a project that aims to develop pyrolysis processes for the production of biofuels based on microalgae that were cultivated in urban wastewaters, so very low valuable biomass, while Alga Fuel tries to demonstrate in a different approach the production of biofuels from algae that are specifically chosen for the purpose and cultivated in digestate from anaerobic digestion facilities. So in many of our ongoing projects, we are developing culture media formulations for the microalgae cultivation, making use of wastewaters or waste streams from industry. The aim is to decrease the costs of algae production, but also to increase the circularity of resources and the sustainability of the whole process. We are also developing a lot of processes for the biorefinery of microalgae biomass in an attempt to extract the most value of it. So we are developing cascading approaches for the extraction of ingredients that can be used in food, feed, fertilizers, nutraceuticals and some other applications. So the participation in EU-funded projects has given us the opportunity to have contacts with a lot of people, the best researchers in Europe, from academia, from research institutes and companies as well. But we are always looking for new opportunities to collaborate with other partners, and particularly with industries, CO2 emitting industries that need to make their processes more sustainable. So we are always aiming to demonstrate microalgae as a sustainable solution for carbon capture and its transformation into valuable products.
My name is João Maciel. I'm the Managing Director of EDP New Center for New Energy Technologies. I'm a long timer with EDP, but I mean, most of my professional life I've worked in research and development, and currently I'm leading research and development for the EDP group. I started some years ago, I would say back in 2004. I guess we were moving from FP5 to FP6. So I've done FP5, FP6, FP7, Rise in 2020, and now Rise in Europe. So I can say I'm a kind of a dinosaur in the program. Perhaps I could highlight two initiatives. One is X-Flex Hydro, which deals with flexibility in hydro. And the second one is a project that we coordinate called Talos on, let's say, robotics for enhancing the operation and maintenance in renewables. Regarding X-Flex Hydro, the topic is we believe that hydro will be essential to make sure that we can sustain a strong penetration of variable renewables in our system. And with X-Flex Hydro, we've explored, let's say, flexibility in hydro to the fullest potential, be it enlarging, let's say, the operating range of our different kinds of machines in different kinds of plants, or hybridizing with batteries, or, for example, exploring digitalization to the fullest potential, in the sense that by using some sensors and some digital technologies, we can understand what's the impact in our machines, how are they aging, for example, when we take certain actions in the market. And so with this, we've been, and we also had some quick wins. For example, we were able to extend the operation of our machines from, let's say, reduce minimal technical levels from 150 megawatts to 20 megawatts with huge economic impacts and in relatively short term. Regarding Talos, the project that we coordinate, the topic is robotization, automation in using robots and AI to support our operation and maintenance in our renewable energy project, namely in this case PV, for solar photovoltaics. And in this case, we're developing robots for standalone, let's say, utility scale units for cleaning and for vegetation management, as well for our units in floating PV, and also for agro-photovoltaics. We're developing also robots to manage vegetation and crops in agro-photovoltaic environment. So I would highlight this too. I mean, we are working in several topics. I would say that EDP is focusing in 7 innovation domains. The first one is renewables. Second one is grids. The third one is distributed energy resources. The fourth one is green hydrogen. The fifth one is storage and flexibility. The sixth one is mobility, let's say electric mobility or sustainable mobility. And the last one is decarbonization of energy use. We also explore several other topics around this, because we don't want to be, we typically say we want to be, let's say, 80% aligned, but since we are R&D, we also want to take, let's say, a broader look. And this, in fact, this Rise in Europe program allows us to have this broader look. But I mean, I would highlight these 7 domains as our focus. And one big challenge that we have is to try to match that with now this new work program, 2025-2027, which is now just being released. So this is an ongoing effort to try to match these 7 domains with this work program that is coming out. And perhaps one idea I would like to explore is that, of course, we started as all the others. When we first started this center, I would say 10 years ago, more or less, even though I had let's say, a bit broader experience, this specific center started 10 years ago. We looked at, let's say, core partners with whom we could partner. In our specific case, I mean, I can share that we work a lot with Inesktek, for example, or with Siemens. Some key partners that we use, some on the academia side, some on the industry side, and they were, let's say, key in starting, in providing us some critical mass to start going to projects and to doing some successful applications. And then we took step by step, and nowadays I think we have, let's say, a consolidated network. We have around 45 EU projects ongoing, most of them already from Horizon Europe, let's say, generation. And so, as you can see, with 45 projects, we have, let's say, more or less 700 partners in Europe, which form, let's say, a large network of partners. So that is, I would say, our biggest source of partners. But I mean, I fully understand that, for example, an SME or a university which is just starting to get into this universe uses these facilities that the European Union has, like partner search, etc., that you could which are very, very relevant for people which are, let's say, in an initial stage of their development. But for us, we are already at the point where our network is already progressing. Perhaps one other thing we are looking for, and perhaps I could highlight this, is we tend to think that energy transition, which is, let's say, the environment in which we move, has a lot to do with innovation, with research, and with technology. And of course, that is true. But we also think that it has a lot to do with, for example, making sure that we can get to scale and to speed in implementing technologies which are already mature, like solar or wind. And so perhaps one idea to explore is to see, for example, even within Horizon Europe or ancillary programs around it, we could also address high maturity technologies. We could address topics like automation, acceleration. This also has some relationships with let's say, with regulation and permitting, sandboxing, a number of things that can be done so that we can speed up our pace in making sure that we achieve this energy transition that we all look for.
My name is Marta Barbas and I'm Head of Funding Opportunities Office at Inextech. And together with my team, we assist researchers in submit better proposals to Horizon Europe. Inextech is one of the biggest Portuguese R&D institutions, actually is the biggest one in its research area. And Inextech's purpose is to create a fulfilling and sustainable future through impactful science, technology and innovation. I have more than 20 years of experience in framework programs, European framework programs, and Inextech have been participating since ever, since framework 3 or 4, and recently have been quite successful, and in Horizon Europe we are participating already in 60 projects, coordinating 9 of them, and from these 60 projects, more or less 1/3 are within Cluster 5 topics. The project that we are most proud of is Interconnect. It was a project in Horizon 2020, a coordinated project. It have just been completed, and it was quite challenging because it was more than 50 partners and 30 million euros funding for 4 years. And the aim of this project is to develop interoperable solutions connecting smart homes, buildings and grids through large-scale pilots developed in order to create a digital market over electrical systems. The Horizon Europe projects that we are developing are mainly within topics from Cluster 5, Cluster 4, but also Cluster 3 and 2 and 6. Inextech recently or nowadays are developing research within 8 broad scientific domains like artificial intelligence, bioengineering, computer sciences, communications, photonics, robotics, power and energy systems, and also engineering systems and management. We are always looking to work with best scientific teams in Europe, and actually framework programs are an excellent opportunity to work with top-notch scientists in very different scientific domains.